Johnny in his main deck, but again, that's a card that could be incorporated in those decks, and you pointed it out, very powerful with Mutavault as well against control decks.
Did you see the deck from the Richmond Open? It was a white weenie deck with 3 Johnny Call the Pride, and he went undefeated in Swiss. He lost to the eventual winner, I think, AJ, but he definitely made a name for white weenie Johnny there by just crushing the competition on the way there.
So you see a very rare sight. There's an Invisible Stalker on defense, enchanted with Ethereal Armor. Jason, with a board of a lot of mana, he has access to 4, possibly 5 on his 3rd turn. Let's see if he's able to capitalize on it with a big play like Thundermaw. Maybe try to set up an overloaded Mizium Mortars before this Invisible Stalker is able to get some more enchantments on it and really take over this game.
He does have Gorkland Rampager too, so he has the ability to pummel through any kind of blocking attempt Invisible Stalker will do. And we'll see if that's the case here. Alright, so Jason looks like he's in a pretty good situation here. He's tapping 5, something big's coming, and it is said Hellkite. And there's one card that Jade wants, and it's Unflinching Courage, I think.
Yes.
Time to gain some life, time to deal some damage, time to race. Without that card, it's going to be pretty difficult for Ben Hexproject to win, but it's pretty hard for Green-Red to combat this card. And I think he has it here, and there it is. So we're going to see an actual game here, I think.
And very relevantly, that gets the Invisible Stalker up to a 5/5 now, where it's now out of the reach of an overloaded Mizium Mortars.
Yep. And if Jade, he obviously doesn't have any more lands, so untapping, if he has a couple more enchantments here, we can see this game get way out of control. Do we see any fogs in the sideboard for this? I don't see any.
No fogs.
I think we are just all in on racing at this point.
But Jason has gotten off to a very good start here. I mean, he has a fairly sizable board. It's possible he can race this if the leftover of Jade's hand is not that daunting.
Right. If we see another Ethereal Armor or 2 here, it's going to be real hard for Jason to keep up. And Jade knows what he's doing. He knows that this is a deck where we just put all of our stuff on one guy and hope it deals lethal damage.
Yeah, it's very rare for red-green decks to have any cards that really impact this. Some have fogs, some have skull cracks, but it's a very narrow range of sideboard cards.
Exactly, yeah.
Jason trying to figure out how to navigate this damage race. He's going to send across for 9 points of damage.
I wouldn't be against a Naturalize on the board or 2, just for this matchup. It seems like once you hit the Unflinching Courage, it's pretty tough to lose at that point. Because what life should Jade be at? 2? Maybe negative next turn after that. So
yeah, I think Fog and Skullcrack are both also
Skullcrack's a great one too. Yeah. All right, let's see. I think Jade does have enchantment. I think that's a Spectral Flight. It looks like, and it says a Spectral Flight. Now it is a 8/8 Invisible Stalker, gaining going up to 15 life, and it leaves Jade a blocker back, which is pretty important too.
Yeah, he has a chump blocker now for Scavenging Ooze or what have you.
Right, and maybe a Hell Rider or something devastating.
So
this needs to be a lethal attack at this point.
Does Bonfire get us there? 3, 4, 9, 11, 12, 13. Even Bonfire appears to be short.
Multiple Gorkland Rampagers here.
Yes.
Two would do it. Maybe 1, well, because he can eat the Rampager after he uses it on the Ooze, which he will obviously block, and then he gets to eat the, that would be, let's see, 6, absorbing 1, going to 5, eating the Rampager, back up to 6 damage, 11, 12, 13, still not enough, 14. That's 14 damage with the Gorkland Rampager.
Yeah. And I strongly suspect that it's nothing that complicated, because if we were to have 2 Rampagers in hand, I don't think...
Right, 2 would be lights out right now. 1 is 14 damage by my count. Because a cool trick that a lot of people might not see right off the bat is when you Gorkland Rampager and then before damage eat the Gorkland Rampager. So it's like a nifty extra damage that you can siphon up.
6, 11, 13, 14, 15. Am I counting different? It's
maybe.
Rampager's worth 5. So 5, 6, 11, 13, 14, 15.
Do you count the one that he absorbs?
Oh, yeah, he gets to absorb 1 from...
Yeah.
Right, you're right.
Okay, yeah.
That one chump blocker left back.
Yeah, really, really close still. No cigar if Jason even has it. If he doesn't, then it's, the point is moot anyway, because that Invisible... Oh, Wolf Run. It's even worse than Gorkland Rampage now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually way worse than Gorkland Rampage. Because he can only do it for 3. because you don't want to count the mana elves because they're pretty much 1 damage each of themselves anyway.
Yeah, it's a wash.
Right. So now we're down to 13 damage with the wolf run. Nope, 12 damage. Because he doesn't get to eat anything with the ooze. He's going to attack with everything, you know.
There's no harm, he can't block,
Right.
so you might as well.
It's a good, the good school try there. A lot of times I'll see aggro standoffs here where you're just counting and trying to count every different way, and it's just not there. He's holding back Thundermaw Hellkite. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he thinks he can block Invisible Stalker, which we know that's not happening.
I'm curious by, well, leaving back that.
Maybe he knows he's done. I can't think of any other explanation.
If I was Jade, I would be really startled by this attack. I'd be trying to figure out what could possibly be implied here.
Humility? Is there a humility effect that doesn't target something?
No,
Yeah.
I mean there's.
Turn and burn that targets.
I think there's tranquility that's still legally potentially playing around.
Yeah, here's tapping 4, 5. Oh, he's wolf running here. I think Jason's back to.
Yep.
I'm hanging out.
Yeah, I think he's done all the math that he can, and nothing works.
Nothing works. You keep crunching 2 + 2, you're gonna get 4 every time. I think that's where we're at. Block.
And there, yep, there it is.
I think he was just being a little jokester there.
So Jade Mauro, 9-1 with Ban Hexproof. You will also advance the elimination rounds.
Right. Jason's frustrated, but you know, if we talked